The nwmOne. I've also heard it's pronounced nwm, NWN. Interesting open ear headphone. I've been using them for about a week now. Let's talk about what I think about them. Just a disclaimer, nwmOne did send me these headphones for free. I am not getting paid for this review. I will potentially make commission off sales, but there is a link in the description if you'd like to pick yours up. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about these. So first of all, this is the carrying case, I guess. It's just kind of the case it came in. It's like this kind of hard paper material, and it has a nice, kind of looks like a little, purse or something. Interesting. I don't know if this is meant to be immediately thrown away or actually used as a case. I mean, it's technically like a hard shell case, and I have been using it as such. I guess I just wish that it was a little more, official and made of something other than this paper material, but hey, it's worked for me. It's helped to keep the headphones themselves protected in the bag. So I need to start by saying I first saw these on Instagram, I believe, or maybe I saw them on an ad or something, but the design is just the aesthetic, the way they look, the symmetry, everything about them in that way, I immediately fell in love with. I reached out to the brand and said, hey, I'd love to review these. Can we figure that out? They were kind enough to send them out to me for free to test for you all. The design is fantastic, and I even love the way that the driver's speakers look on the inside. I just love this idea of like a floating speaker. That just looks so nice. And I think in terms of design and how they look, it ends with how they look in your hand and how they look when you wear them sideways. That looks nice. While we're on that topic, let's just talk about this. So you wear them, this sticks out quite a bit, and a great feature that these have is you can actually tilt the actual microphone itself back a little bit. I don't know if you all can see that, back towards your ear more, but when you do that, they stick out even more. So now I look like some kind of Star Wars bartender with these weird antenna things sticking out where my ears should be, which honestly, if that look doesn't bother you, that's one of my biggest problems with this. So if that doesn't bother you, then you're on a good track there. I think something that these have shown me is they might not work for every ear style. I don't know if my ears stick out much, but what I have found is this is how they fit best. And I feel like they're pushed way more forward on my head than most other headphones I would wear. And that's because if I put them where my ear is sort of in the middle of this situation, my ear touches the speakers, which isn't the most comfortable thing. It doesn't necessarily feel wrong. This is just more comfortable where my ear feels open and not touching anything. And then in order to really hear the audio quality well, I have to fire that speaker back towards my ear a little bit. So that's not really like a problem or issue with these. As you all know on this channel, we talk about experiences with tech more so than like how much battery life something has or like the specs and overall, just more the experience. I'm kind of all over the place with this review, but I like these. I think the build quality is nice. I think where they've used plastic, it makes a lot of sense. There's metal in places that it makes sense. They are very light. And that goes into sort of my next point here, which is these are great for like a summer day, because if you like wearing like over ear, round ear, on ear headphones, these breathe. Your ears will not sweat. They won't get like claustrophobic in here because you do have air here that's coming in. And I think for that reason, I really like these. They're so lightweight. This rubbery deal they've chose, silicone, is it's really nice. I think it feels almost like rubber gloves that you would wear. So that's the kind of rubbery feeling, silicone-y, latexy feeling of these, which doesn't sound like it would be that comfortable, but I think when you put it like on your face, it's actually very comfortable. And the fact that there's not a lot of squeezing being done here by this, and the fact that they're not heavy, I think that sort of rubber works well for these. These are open ear. So that means basically, if you can imagine having a speaker that sits right here and just plays music directly towards you. That's the concept with open ear headphones, earbuds, whatever it might be. So you're getting music thrown right into your ear. Others don't hear that. In fact, it's very hard to hear, even at a nice loudish volume, like my wife sitting there, especially if there's like background noise and stuff, can't hear these at all. So that's a good aspect of these. I think, you know, I'm always talking about form and function on this channel, and I'm just interested in that in general when it comes to technology. I think form outweighs function a little bit with this design. I think they look better than they are executed on, if that makes sense. But I'm not saying that they were executed poorly. I think they're great. You get two sort of button interaction features here. First of all, you get a light here. There's microphones here, so if you want to take calls, call quality is not terrible. It's not the most fantastic thing. USB-C charging, which is always nice. You get a volume rocker, so up and down, which is always nice to be able to change volume just on your headset themselves. And then you get a power button. If you press and hold, it turns on and off. If you double click the power button, next song, triple click, back song. So basically all the functions you would technically want. Play pause is also just a simple click on the power button. Some things I guess I wish, which not every headphone has this, I just think like if I had the perfect checklist for these, I wish that you could like maybe turn them or be able to fold them up and place them into something else. Like I said, the carrying case is nice, and I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, this is all you really need. It's light and this is light. The overall package is very light, which is nice. I think I liked these more than I thought I would, and I was very excited to get them to begin with. The audio quality is great. I love like the amount of bass you can hear with these being open ear. And by the way, so if you're not familiar with open ear, the idea is, like I said, it's like a speaker right here, but also you have access to the outside world. It's not gonna be noise canceling. If you're looking for like, shut out the outside world and only hear my music or podcast, you need like AirPods or, you know, something that can do active noise cancellation. These are not that. They want you to be able to hear your surroundings. They want you to be able to be walking down the street and hear cars, hear other people. If someone comes up and talks to you, you can hear them in theory, you know, if your music's not too loud, of course. But I think that these are designed really well. I think I will be adding these to my form and function newsletter. Check it out down below. I recommend these. I think the pricing is great. It seems like battery life is great. I haven't charged these since I got them, and I think they got here with like 60% battery. So I've been using them almost daily. I don't know if that checks out with their spec sheet, but that's been my experience with them. So yeah, I like these. I do recommend them. And again, special thanks to nwmOne, however you say your brand name, for sending these out to me and for the communication that I've had with the brand. Some brands send you something and never talk to you again. I've been able to talk pretty openly via Instagram with the brand, and that has been nice as well. So yeah, if you want to pick yours up, like I said, link in the description. Thanks again to nwmOne for sending these to me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. On this channel, we talk about tech from an intentional living and minimalist perspective. So if that sounds cool to you, please consider subscribing. Like this video for more. Watch this video next. I think you're gonna love it, and I will see you all in the next one. Beep boop.